We are back, and it is time to talk the Lakers. The Lakers last night, Jeff, very good effort, but it was the Grizzlies. It's okay though. But see, I don't care. The Lakers were literally had no games where they blew anybody out. Every game was life and death this season, other than them getting whooped on the road. But they're undefeated at home. That's a good thing. 6-0 at home is a beautiful thing to look at. Okay, they're 1-5. They're terrible on the road, but they're great at home. It's okay. That's what's going on with the Lakers this year. But it's early. I keep telling people we're 10 games in, and you guys are pressing panic buttons already. Like literally, the team started off 2-8 last year, and I think what they were 2-11 at one point. So they're much better than they were last year to start the season. But once again, it's a chemistry issue as well too, because these guys don't know each other, and you need guys to do a little bit more. And last night worked out for the Lakers because Christian Wood decided to not be so into being Robert Ory or Sam Perkins last night and just sit behind the 3-point line, and he went and asserted himself and got 10 rebounds. That's what you need to start winning these games. You need somebody on the bench to take responsibility upon themselves, to not worry about being a scorer, but to be somebody who's rebounding, being somebody who makes the difference on the defense, being somebody that blocks shots. Don't just be somebody out there sitting behind the 3-point line trying to score 12 points off of 4 shots. It's just stop. That's not how basketball is structured. If you're over 6'10", get your big butt down there and go get a rebound. It's that simple. KD got all you guys messed up. And I said, but the thing about KD is, though, do you ever question KD's rebounding prowess? No, you do not, because KD actually averages a double-double. Yeah, a lot of people don't ever mention that, but KD averages a double-double. KD makes sure he gets his 11 rebounds every night. The reason why the ball is always in his hands is because he goes for the ball. It's a difference. You know what I mean? And when you got guys who are 7-footers who are coming off the bench, your job is not to be the best 3-point shooter on the team. Your job is to go get rebounds, get fouls, get blocks. It's not hard. You guys are making this shit way harder on yourself than it really needs to be. And last night was special because D'Angelo Russell led everybody in scoring. And that's what happens. And they keep talking about who's the Lakers' third guy. Who's the Lakers' third guy? D'Angelo Russell. Who's the only other guy that's been in an All-Star game multiple times? D'Angelo Russell. So why are we putting Austin Reeves in that spot? Why are we putting Rue in that spot? These guys are great bench players, and it shows. The Lakers 2-0 right now, 3-0 right now, bringing Reeves off the bench because Reeves can't handle the pressure of being a starter with LeBron, AD, and this new type of fame. Because now NBA defenses are actually drawing up schemes for him, and that's within the starting lineup. But we bring him into with the second group with Rue and with Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, things work out a little bit differently because they have to really lock up in a different sense of way. But if they know that you're in there with LeBron and everything, and they know your weaknesses are there, then they're going to key in on that. But when you're not in there with these guys, then they have to be honest with you. And, Ham, it took him a while to figure that out. I knew that from day one. But that just goes to show you that he's not in full control of his team. If you have to swing everything by LeBron, you're not coaching the team. You don't have to swing shit by LeBron. He's just a player on the roster. And if he don't like it, he knows where to go upstairs and go cry to Jeannie about it. And then, then we'll fix it. But at the end of the day, coach the damn team. Don't look for his permission. Don't look for his approval. The moment you don't have to play with them, you win the game easy. I know it was only the Blazers, but everybody saw that they had to step up and be who they are. You can't rely on a 39-year-old LeBron James. You just can't. I don't know why they want to put that pressure on him. AD was able to do what he did. He got his double-double last night. Rue got 23 off the bench. Austin got 19 off the bench. That's great effort. That's 39 in itself. You got 55 bench points last night. Jackson Hayes was able to have a good game with 11 points. Wood gets his 10 rebounds, and the Lakers win by almost 30. And you have 6 guys in double figures. The night before when they beat the game before when they beat the Blazers, you had 6 guys in double figures. The Lakers were always good last year when they had 6 to 7 guys in double figures. You got to share the load here because LeBron James can't be a 30-point scorer every night. It's just you're gonna cook him. That's the whole thing because you have LeBron at 80% of LeBron level. You don't have the 100% LeBron level, but 80% of LeBron level is better than 95% of the NBA. That's crazy. And it is what it is at the end of the day. So, Jeff, what are your thoughts about the Lakers coming into this situation now above 500 and everything like that? And where do you think that they need to go from here? And do you think there needs to be any moves made before we get to the trade deadline?
I mean, you stated it so well. The fact of the matter is, almost want to think as LeBron as that missing piece. You need to build obviously around LeBron. You obviously need a healthy AD. But when you
Right.
got D'Angelo, I love the move of bringing Reeves off the bench. Again, you need pieces. Think of it as a bicycle wheel and how many spokes you need and how many do you have. We're only, as you said, 10, 11 games into the season. You're doing great at home. You're struggling on the road. I mean, if you can win 75, 80, 85% of your home games and get to 500 on the road, you got a hell of a season coming. We talked backstage about the woes in the West this year. You know, obviously you got Denver, the team to beat. Are they actually going to repeat? You got Ja still out. We know there's a great start in Dallas, but there's going to be a Kyrie incident or two. Just look around. You talked about Memphis. We talked about the T Wolves. We know Zion eventually is going to blow a tire. So I think you guys to succeed this year, it's just building, building, and building. Let's see where you are at the end of the year, meaning January 1st. As you got 6 weeks before the All-Star break, and then start looking. There's going to be guys that are going to get quote unquote released because of contracts. There are veterans out there. I wouldn't be looking for more youth. I would look maybe for that one veteran piece to come off the bench to add to the bicycle wheel and the the puzzle there. So I think you're moving in the right direction. I really am. It's been a great start at home. Let's keep it going at home, and then just start finding ways to steal some wins on the road. I think you're fine, Pops. I really do.
And you know what? I gotta agree. I think that we're really good. We're right where we need to be. And I think that when you put Cam Reddish in the starting lineup with Torian Prince, you're having more of a defensive mentality to back up your best 3 scorers. It's that simple. Instead of adding in more scorers, you have to add in role guys into that starting 5. And these scorers that you have that are so helpful with your other 3 scorers, you have to bring them off the bench because you have to. The Lakers, when we were one back to back, we had the best bench in basketball. They can talk as bad as they want to about that group. I know we always see the picture. Kobe won a championship with these guys. But, that bench averaged 60 points a game, too, at the same time. You know what I mean? And that bench had Lamar Odom, who, if he doesn't fuck up his career at the end of it, is probably a Hall of Famer. So, you had to be there. That's that's what we say. You had to be there, as we always like to say. And if you wasn't there, then you can't talk about it. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is. That's how you really build championship teams in this league. You don't build it with 12 superstars. You build them with 2, 3 superstars, some high-end role players, and some guys that know how to play a role. If you're a shooter, you're a shooter. If you're a defender, you're a defender. If you're a high flyer, you're a high flyer. If you're on the ball defender, that's what you do. You don't get out of your element. You know what I mean? And that's what's wrong with the NBA right now. Everybody has to have somebody who can score. It's 12 guys that can score. It's not 12 guys that can do different things. And that's why a lot of these teams keep just staying in neutral and not going anywhere in the NBA as right now. You know what I mean? It's sad when you see all these young teams and they not evolving. You know what I mean? It's just really bad. Look at the Charlotte Hornets, for instance. They got the best playmaker in basketball. They can't go anywhere. They can't go anywhere. If you put LaMelo on the Lakers right now, they wouldn't have lost the game. I'm going to keep it real. They wouldn't have lost one game because the way he creates. And it's just sad that you got some of these great players that are being wasted on really bad teams that have no fucking direction. Seriously. You know what I mean? I'm 5 teams right now that I can look at in the NBA. They have absolutely no direction. The Hornets, I keep it real. The Pelicans, even though they got Zion and Brandon Ingram, there is no direction there. It's just, when are we going to trade these guys? That's the biggest thing. Just start losing so we can get rid of you for the next group. You know what I mean? That's their mentality. You know what I mean? Who's the other one? Detroit's improving. Chicago's going nowhere. Chicago is another team that's not evolving because they are stuck with contracts, and that's a good excuse. Toronto is kind of a team in flux, and they know that they're irrelevant. So they evolve, but not fast enough. You know what I mean? And then I'll end it right now with Washington. Washington's an absolute just joke. Seriously, who the hell is running that team? If you allow Jordan Poole to be the best player on your team and Kyle Kuzma to be the second best player on your team, these two egomaniacs that both got booted out of the best situations in the NBA, well, Kyle's situation a little different, but Jordan Poole literally got kicked off the team. So, it's crazy, man. And Nephew's even pointing out right now that Levine wants out. What's new? Everybody wants out of Chicago. Right now, because they're not going anywhere. If you have a team that's not going anywhere, why the hell do you want to be there? That's always the biggest question. What are we doing here? And that's just something very prophetic. But let's move forward because I know I only have you for so much more time, Jeff, and I want to talk to you about these games. Lakers Kings tonight, real quick. What do you see here, and who do you have winning the game?
My true overnight number was a pick 'em with a 233. Right now at Circa, still a pick with a 236. Money's coming in on the over pops. My true number basically had first one to 117 wins. Lakers on a back-to-back. Sacramento getting Fox back. We're waiting for that Sacramento team to come back to where they were last year. A little intriguing to me is, as you said, Lakers 6-0 at home. Maybe it's because of the back-to-back. I'd feel more comfortable laying 2.5, 3 on the Lakers. I'd say the Kings tonight are a sneaky dog play, but I do like the over. I'll say first one to 120 wins this game tonight, pups.
All right. All right. I like the Lakers tonight. I think the Lakers should get this one. De'Aaron Fox is back. He's always been the Lakers, the side in the Lakers. He throwing in the Lakers side. He got hurt against the Lakers as well, too. But I think that the Lakers are starting to get into the flow of things so well that they should be able to get this one tonight. But I'm playing the over, Jeff. It's going to be points scored. Defense, throw it out the window because they're going to actually play. They're scoring buckets tonight. So especially coming off a back-to-back too against a bad team that you played last night, you're going to be feeling it tonight going into this one, and you got to score when it comes to the Kings. It's just no doubt about it. But the Kings are a team that was in that position of teams that can evolve, but they are well past that now. What they got to do is they got to be more confident. That's what I see with them. You have to have guys be more confident. Mike Brown's doing a great job with that as well, too. This is probably Mike Brown's best coaching job because they're letting him coach. It's the difference when they let you coach. Dealing with LeBron, you dealing with a star. Dealing with the Lakers, you was dealing with a star. Where was he at? Did he go he went somewhere else after the Lakers as well, too, didn't he?
I think he was on a bench somewhere. Yeah.
He went to Golden State for a bit, but he went somewhere else for a bit, then went back to Golden State. And it didn't work where he went to the next time. But now he has a team where it's always good when you have a confident owner, an owner that's just going to let you go do your job, and he knows you a success with players, and this is the right type of team for you to coach. That's what's wrong with the NBA. There's guys who know how to coach superstars, Pat Riley. Then there's guys that know how to build teams, Greg Popovich. That's how you got to differentiate people. You know what I mean? And that's why A lot of people have to understand why my man is so successful in Miami, Spoelstra. And that's why a lot of stars want to go play for Spoelstra, because Spoelstra knows how to handle stars. If you can put Jimmy Butler in check, you can put anybody in check. Jimmy Butler is a fucking malcontent. Everybody know that. You know what I mean? So Knicks Hawks.